All right, folks, we're going to be going to a birthday party today, so I thought I would film as we take the ride there, because it's a very beautiful ride where we're going. We're going to have massive open landscapes, twisty roads, long stretches where they pick up a lot of speed, and we're going to be taking the Yamaha R1, and let's talk about what it is to be a Christian in the 21st century. Now check this out. I just got this helmet a while ago. I don't know if you can see it. See how there's a drop down shade here? I pulled this lever here. See if I could show you. I pull the lever on the side here, and a drop down shade drops down inside the helmet, so it's great. So if I'm driving at night, I can just flip up the shade. Also, before we get going, look at the cell phone here. You have the GPS on. A lot of guys will get their charger connected to their battery and all the stuff. They go through a lot of complex things. You don't really need to do that. Let me show you something. You can get one of these solar chargers, and then we better go because I'm running a little behind, but I always make up for lost time on the motorcycle. You can get one of these chargers which are solar, and see how it's clear right here, and notice yeah, it's still charging. So you just go like this, put the cables in here, so it's not really some complex operation where you got to wire stuff to your battery in the motorcycle. These little solar chargers are like 15 bucks or less. You can get them on eBay, so it doesn't interfere with the driving at all. I just put this little tiny cable sticking out here, you know, the basic charger cable, and let's get going here. Let's put this in here. There we go. And it's great. So you have full battery charging throughout your whole ride. It doesn't really get better than that. See how the solar panels are right there. So let's make sure. The only thing, you want to zip it up a little bit. You get one of these tank bags where it has this little zipper on the front, and the cable just comes out, and look, I can turn the steering on the handlebars and we're okay. So let's talk about what it's like to be a Christian in the 21st century. Let's go back here. We're going to be getting on the freeway. I have the microphone literally right up against my lips, so you're going to hear me breathing. Is this guy going to crash into me? Till we get going on the freeway, because it has to be very loud volume, because it gets very loud on the freeway. So let's go. You know what's weird about being a Christian in the 21st century? There's things today that are permissible that were not permissible in you know, the biblical times. They were considered sinful and wrong and evil and stuff like that. So I want you to notice, look at, I have nothing up my sleeve. This is a totally unrehearsed video. We prayed before we got on the motorcycle. Let's just see where the conversation leads. And it'll just be like you and I riding along with our radios on, or our cell phones, and we're just talking to each other on this ride. So I hope you enjoy it. Now, I used to be an atheist, and when I was a kid, and then I became a Christian. So when I became a Christian, I started doing these moto vlogs, and I didn't start out to be Christian moto vlogs. They were more like just generic motorcycle vlogs. And do you know that I'm, very humbly speaking as I bow my head to the ground, I'm the only Christian moto vlogger that is known for moto vlogging about news of our times from a Christian perspective. There are lots of Christian moto vloggers, but they don't really focus more on Christianity. They focus on moto vlogging and motorcycle videos, and certainly nothing wrong with that. I love YouTube channels like Moto Madness. I love that YouTube channel. Check out Moto Madness if you want to see some amazing motorcycle videos. Good YouTube channel. But I came to YouTube and I said, it was actually a suggestion by my sister. She said, you should do a video on how Oprah said there's many ways to Jesus Christ. You know what? Let's go here because we can get on the freeway over here. And so I did a video on that, and it, I liked it. I was able to talk about how there's only one way to heaven, which is Jesus Christ. So then I just started getting into doing Christian motorcycle videos. But then as I did that, my YouTube channel was getting flagged. Now, it used to be a lot worse. For those of you on YouTube, I'm just looking here which freeway I should go. I see it's up here, GPS. For those of you on YouTube that have been here a while, you remember I used to do these videos, and every time I would do them, my channel would get false flagged down. There was a thing called false flagging. I don't know if they still have it, but basically what false flagging was, and it was just really bad, is you do a video and you would say, for example, homosexuality is sin, somewhere in your video, and then they'd false flag it. They would flag your video, and next thing you know, your video would be taken down, and then you get enough of that, your channel is taken down, and that happened to me like 6 or 7 times. And I never used profanity. I've never, talked about anything that was wrong. I just talked about things from Scripture. But yet, my videos would be like flagged, and then my channel would go down. And I would just create another one. They would say, well, you're not allowed to create another channel once yours is flagged down. I'm like, what, are the YouTube police going to come get me? Put me in a fake digital prison? So I just started another channel, and then they would false flag that one, and then I'd start another channel. And then around the 6th or 7th one, I guess they got tired of doing it because I just kept doing videos like thus and so. So, isn't it amazing to be a Christian in the 21st century? It's just amazing the things that we're seeing that I never thought I'd see before. Can I just talk to you about something? I never thought I'd see the day that a man would dress up in a dress. Bruce Jenner, the guy on the Wheaties box. I never thought I'd see the day that a man would dress up in a dress at that award ceremony. It was like a music award ceremony, and get a standing ovation for mental illness. They used to call that mental illness. I never thought I'd see the day where all these school shootings would take place. This guy in a hurry for something. Let's talk to him. Nice car he has. I never thought I'd see the day where you'd have these school shootings after school shootings. Watch, he's going to get over in the right. Let's see. Don't do it, buddy. Dude, just chill out. I don't know what he's in a hurry for. Maybe he's going to the same birthday party I'm going to. I never thought I'd see the day where the police, I'm not making this up. Do you know that there's police departments that go in the LGBTQ parades in Hollywood? The police department! The shame of it. I never thought I'd see the day that our tax dollars would go towards supporting the sin of the LGBTQ. I lost track. I think it's Z. There's another letter. There goes that dude again. BLT, LMNOP, BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato. I forgot the letters. I never thought I'd see the day. The other day I went to a fast food establishment. I'm not making this up. I'm not going to say the fast food establishment in case the guy's listening to this and he spits in my food, what I'm about to say. So I go to this fast food establishment and I go in, and I almost accidentally said the name of it. And I go in and I order my food. Let's just say this, that Ronald McDonald would be rolling around in his clown suit and in his grave for what I'm about to say. Let's just say this. I won't tell you what type of fast food restaurant I was going to. But let's just say the Hamburglar would give you a double rubble if he saw what I saw. So I go to this fast food restaurant, and the drive-through was just really a big drive-through. So I'll just go in. I'll hedge my bets. Usually it's a little quicker. So I go in and I order, and as the person starts shouting out the numbers, I hear 249. I hear a voice like that. It sounds like a man that's in pain. 249. This is the truth. I hear this. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I look, and you guessed it, there's a man wearing a dress. He's got an Adam's apple. I know he's a man. Fake eyelashes. And so this is what we have to put up with as being a Christian in the 21st century. So he gives me my order, and I double check it, and it's wrong. My order is wrong. I didn't even order what they put in there. So he got my order wrong. So I looked at him and I said, well, if you don't know what gender you are, certainly I can understand why you get the order wrong. No, I didn't say that. But he did get my order wrong. Hold on. Let's get up here. I was very kind and loving. But here's what's really weird. Do you know that every chromosome... Oh, let's get in front of this dude. Every chromosome in this guy's body is male. It's a... I'll let this person go. I thought that was a cop with radar over there. Every chromosome in this guy's body is male. Why should I have to feel guilty that I say that a spade is a spade? That the number 2 is a number 2? That a man is a man? You remember that lady from Mad TV? Let's just say when I saw the guy, he looked like a man. But yet, I have to feel uneasy, which I don't. But I have to feel uneasy because I refuse to say that this man is a woman because he wears a dress. I don't care if I put Volkswagen headlights on this Yamaha R1. It's still going to be a R1. I don't care if I get a Honda Civic rear end and put it on the back of my motorcycle. It's still going to be a Yamaha R1. Now, why, as a Christian in the 21st century, do I have to feel scared and, embarrassed that this dude is wearing a dress? But this is what we have to put up with as a Christian in the 21st century. I was very kind. I didn't say you got my order wrong, and it's obvious because if you don't know what gender you are, come on. Why should I, as a Christian, have to deny basic biology, basic facts of biology, and call this person a woman when he, not it, but when he is a man. This is the stuff we got to put up with being a Christian in the 21st century. Now, listen what happened. All the churches in California put out like a bulletin for us to contact our Congress people, our senators, because this LBGT person, a Democrat, which is why it's sinful to vote Democrat in most cases, wanted to make a law. It's already working its way. Well, I have some good news what happened actually today. But it's already working its way through the House and the Senate, and it's a law that if you're a pastor and someone comes up to you and says they're struggling with, let's say it's like that dude at McDonald's. The mystery fast food restaurant. Let's say it's that dude. And he comes up to you and he says, look, I'm struggling with this issue of homosexuality, and he knows that some of his friends have become Christian and they've left the sinful lifestyle of homosexuality. They're trying to make a law here in California. Of course, California, what do you expect? We're the land of the fruits and the nuts. But in California, they want to make a law where the pastor cannot say, hey, well, I'll pray for you that you leave this sinful lifestyle. And if the pastor says, we have a book in the bookstore which talks about people that have left the sinful lifestyle. You can't choose what sex you want to have sex with. It's a choice, right? It's not like you're born as a baby having sex. You choose who you're going to have sex with. But anyways, back to this. So this LBGT, BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato person, Democrat, was trying to pass this law, and it just got kicked back. We as Christians just knocked it back another year. But to pass a law that you cannot talk to someone about leaving the homosexual lifestyle, like in other words, the law states if you're a church and you have a bookstore and it talks about all these wonderful groups, free Christian groups, free Christian counseling, where you can be homo, nomo. Wow, look at this. You can be homo, nomo through these free Christian counseling, and they don't like that. See, because to be in the homosexual community, you can't make babies, you got to recruit. 2 women can't make a baby. 2 men can't make a baby. You got to recruit. But this is why they don't want pastors to be taking people out of their flock. Back there we saw the sheep and the goats. We just passed that on the right back there. And it reminds me of what's happening today being a 21st century Christian. It seems like we're separating the sheep from the goats, if you will. It's just madness. And then the secularism is amazing. Another reason why I left atheism is it lacks proof and evidence. I challenge you, if you're an atheist, and if you're not an atheist, send this, click share, please, I beg of you. Click share and send this to one of your sweet, cuddly, huggable, lovable atheist friends. Because I've been asking people for over 7 years, 8 years, to answer this one question if you're an atheist. What proof and evidence can you provide that will prove that atheism is accurate and correct? I have yet to be given the proof and evidence of that. So, let me tell you what happened the other day. I go into this gas station, and this guy, this illegal immigrant guy, is freaking out, and he's cussing at the lady at the register. And I tell the lady, you know, in my unsaved days, we would have gotten a fist fight with this guy. But I was nice, and I said, look, dude, you got to take a chill pill. Just relax. I noticed out here in California, people are very angry and upset that Donaldo Trumpus has become president. This is some good news. I want to talk about this. This is some good news about being a Christian in the 21st century. I have to say, I love Donald Trump's politics. I love that he is pro-Christian. I love that he is pro-Second Amendment. Do you know that I really believe we're going to overturn the abomination of Roe versus Wade. Do you know, this is the truth, you can look it up, that Jane Roe, she originally lied and said, like, you know, she got raped, and so she wanted to have this abortion. Come to find out later on, she becomes a Christian, and she admits that it was a big fat lie. And guess what else Roe did? She became pro-life. She passed away since then, but she became pro-life and a Christian, and she admitted she lied in the court case. That court case needs to be overruled. You ever hear women say, well, it's my body? No, the baby is not your body, missy. Your appendix, I'm not worried about your appendix. Do what you want to it. Your tonsils, I'm not worried about what you do with your tonsils. You want to get breast augmentation or whatever, knock yourself out. But the baby is not your body. It's a human. The baby is not your body. So one of the things I'm looking forward to as Donald Trump puts in the third Supreme Court justice, we're going to have a pro-Christian, pro-conservative majority in the Supreme Court. And by the way, check it out, it's still charging up. We're using the sun, God's invention, to charge up the phone. This whole time it's been charging. So we're going to overturn Roe versus Wade. We already destroyed the sinful abomination called Obamacare. Oh, let's talk about McCain. McCain just died, John McCain. And I'm going to tell you, I prayed for John McCain, but that guy was evil. Do you know that when they were going to overturn Obamacare, McCain promised, and he gave his word to his constituents, that he was going to overturn Obamacare. He was going to vote yes on repealing it. And because Trump became president and McCain failed and did not, do you know at the last minute, McCain said, no, I'm not going to vote against it. And he betrayed the Republican Party. He betrayed the conservatives. He betrayed you and I. Now, Trump got rid of the mandate to where it's a requirement to where you have to get insurance, health insurance, otherwise they tax you to death with the penalty. Trump got rid of that. So, of course, no one in their right mind is choosing Obamacare. So I love Trump because of that, because he killed, we got a wooden stake, just as I predicted. I called it, very humbly speaking. He got a wooden stake and he drove it right through the heart of the monstrosity Obamacare. We have not one, not two, but a third. He hasn't been voted in yet, but we have a third Supreme Court justice And those Democrats that never met a baby they didn't want to abort are shaking in their boots, because we will overturn Roe versus Wade if we can get a pro-Christian, pro-conservative Supreme Court. So I am so excited, so happy as a Christian in the 21st century. I'm loving life. I love it. I am ecstatic. One of the things that I have an issue with too is, you know how you come to the, you get off the freeway and there's a homeless person asking for money? I will admit I'm conflicted on that. Because when I talk to the homeless people, and I've gone to outreaches where we actually go out and talk to them, most of them, they're alcoholics or they're on drugs. And they just, by giving them money, it hurts them even more. So what I like to do is give them food. If you go to Moto Madness, M-O-T-O and then Madness, there's some guys on motorcycles that's what they do, is they'll get a bunch of hot dogs and stuff, put it in their backpack. I like to give them, like, gift cards, preferably not the Golden Arches. We don't want them to have a heart attack when they go there. But I was conflicted about that. Like, should we give them money? And sometimes, excuse me, sometimes people will say this is why they vote Democrat, because Jesus was very giving. Wait a minute, is this the street? Yeah. And I go, yeah, but Jesus wasn't a thief. And being a Democrat, you're a thief. I'll give you an example. Remember when Jesus, he died and then he resurrected? What's the first thing he does? One of the first things, he makes a meal at a fish for the disciples. They come in and he cooks them some fish there. But you remember when Peter is going to the temple and there's a crippled person there, and the crippled person asks for money, and Peter says, silver and gold have I not, but such as I have I will give thee in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Stand up and walk. And he gets the beggar, the crippled beggar, to get up and walk. Remember that? He didn't say, Jesus never said, get the money from this person and give it to that person. Get it from the rich person and give it to the poor person. He never used socialism, communism. And that's what being a Democrat is. I personally, whenever I talk to Democrats, I've never found one that's a true Christian. I found Democrats that are ignorant when it comes to Christianity. They'll say, well, money is the root of all evil, and that's why, we have to get our money and give it to other people. I go, it doesn't say money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. And it doesn't say anywhere in the Bible, go forcibly take money from other people and then redistribute it to other people. It doesn't say that. Remember, the early church even tried that, even though it wasn't a commandment in Scripture. And the early church failed. They had people that weren't willing to work, and they were living fat off the hog of the good people of the church. So I am very happy about Donald Trump being president. Extremely happy. You know, the Supreme Court justices are lifetime appointments. So as far as I'm concerned, Donald Trump is a successful president. The Kavanaugh Supreme Court justice, at the time I'm making this video, he hasn't been sworn in yet. They haven't voted him in yet, but he is very pro-life, very pro-life. He's made court judgments saying the government shouldn't be involved, his court opinion shouldn't be involved in taking innocent life. I like when people say that. Things I like, let's finish this video up with things I love and things I hate. I hate people that are anti-Christian. I hate it. I try not to hate the person, I try to hate their sin, but I hate atheism. Atheism is so stupid. It is stupidity in its purest form. I hate it. And I hate it because most atheists are kids. And like when I was a kid, most atheists are kids. But it rots their brain. I hate that. I absolutely love when someone that's a sinner admits it and says, yeah, you know what, I'm a sinner and I would like to be clean. I would like to be forgiven. There's something just beautiful about that. There's nothing more beautiful than that. You tell me, guys, what is more awesome than someone that's a sinner that admits it and says, you know what, I would like to be clean. I'd like to be forgiven for everything that I've done in the past. That's just awesome, and they give glory to God. So, we got some challenges being a Christian in the 21st century. We have people that are Muslim, and we need to be honest and open and talk about Islam being sinful just as much as atheism is. All roads do not lead to the same place. Another thing I hate is when people say, well, you got to respect all religions. Well, even the ones that are wrong, I should respect error? We don't have to respect error. We know atheism is wrong. There's no proof and evidence that it's true. We know Islam is wrong. You know, Islam says that Abraham took Ishmael up to the mountain when he really took Isaac. There's lots of errors in the Quran. So God bless you guys. Enjoy being a Christian in the 21st century. Enjoy your President Donald Trump. I know I am. And if you go to McDonald's and you hear $2.49, remember, we'll pray for him. I'll end this with this riddle real quick. I can prove that homosexuality is unnatural. You get 500 men, put them on an island. We go back in 300 years. How many humans are alive? 0. 500 women, you go back in 500 years. How many women are alive? 0. But if we put 500 men and 500 women on an island, or even 250 men and just 250 women, when we go back, we will have life, and life more abundantly, won't we? Go with the path that leads to life. We don't want to go with $2.49. No bueno.